Dante started this. I don't want to took it personal. Noel, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Now look, from the get go, you said you wasn't Blue Blanco, right?
So
No,
are
no.
are you coming out here to say that I'm Blue Blanco still?
You said that you wasn't Blue Blanco, right? So
What
check this out.
are you
Check
still
this
coming
out.
out?
No, listen. Check this out, because
See, here we go again. I try to give this guy an opportunity to speak.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
sounds like it was Dante.
that's why I let him on. I let him on. I let him on.
Oh,
But he wants to come and control the narrative and try to flip the script. We're past the point. I'm not Blue Blanco.
okay.
If I was Blue Blanco, how come you haven't sued me or found? Show me some proof that I'm Blue Blanco. Show me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you like this. Give me all the fucking IP addresses you have, and I will provide all my IP addresses. And let's meet somewhere. And
Yeah.
I put whatever amount of money you want to put anywhere, and I guarantee you I'm not Blue Blanco. Any kind of amount of money you want to put, let's back it up that way. Let's stop with the oh you're Blue Blanco and let's cut that shit out already. We need to cut that out. I'm not Blue Blanco. And what do you
No
got to
will.
say? What do you got to say? How am I done? How what do you got to say? Speak, Dante. You are here. Ain't nobody hiding. Ain't nobody trying to
the thing.
stop.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Okay,
You
here's the
keep
thing.
saying that. Hey, young blood. You can you hear me, young
Yeah.
blood?
I
Now,
hear you.
if I get disrespectful, he got every right to put me off, right?
You right.
Okay, so watch this. I ain't gonna be disrespectful. So check this out. Check this out. I want to talk to young blood. Young blood, check this out. Before the doxing happened, right?
Uh-huh.
When my wife information started getting put on there, and my kids' information under Blue Blanco, Noel was posting it. And I said, Noel, if you ain't Blue Blanco and you ain't with it, why you letting it come on public? And that's when the war started. I didn't hit Noel first. He let Blue Blanco do that. So that's when I said, oh, so you with it. Why didn't you shut it down? Because all you have to do is just delete it and hide the person.
Okay, I stopped
Yeah.
him right there. I stopped him right there. Okay, we had this conversation already offline. I told him, look, whatever he's doing to you, he can easily do it to me. You heard God Soldier. What did God Soldier say right now? I don't want no beef with Blue Blanco. I don't want no beef
Yeah.
with Blue Blanco. So
You know what? You know
if
what?
if he's making you feel this type of way, why would I go against somebody that's trying to help me out?
Yeah. You
I,
know what? Hey, Noel.
go,
Noel.
go ahead, young blood.
You I think and this is my opinion. I think what he's saying is that if a comment comes up and somebody's personal business is put out, it should be deleted so the public viewers can't see it.
I totally agree with that, young blood. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Okay.
You see, I've never God can strike me down, young blood. If I'm Blue Blanco, if I'm Blue
Yeah.
Blanco, if I'm Blue Blanco, may God strike me down and God forbid me, man. May God just
Yeah.
take me out.
And I
If I'm
believe you.
Blue
I mean,
Blanco.
I believe you. But I think what Dante is saying is that by this guy named Blue Blanco putting a comment on about personal business, it should have been deleted. Now that's where I think the ref came in at.
Yeah, yeah. But see, the thing is, at the time, me and Dante were already not in good terms.
Yeah, okay.
So we were already seeing each other as oppositions.
Yeah.
So if somebody is helping me out and got information on you, I'm gonna take that help. You got 20, 30 people helping you out.
Yeah.
If you didn't come out, nobody,
Yeah.
you know, Blue Blanco is, I don't know who Blue Blanco is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna sit here and try to let this guy control the narrative of trying to paint me of who Blue Blanco is. We
Yeah.
done.
I understand totally, but I think what he was saying is that by Blue Blanco putting his personal information, people who wasn't involved in it out like that, will cause a big fallout. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, see, but the thing is, young blood, I don't have no control of anybody else.
Yeah, and I know, and I understand. You know about because
That's like me. That's like me controlling somebody else and be like, hey, if this guy is posting somebody's address, all I can do is tell him, hey, don't post it.
yeah, you're right.
You know,
I agree with. Yeah,
but
because you know because that was a problem anyway. People putting people personal addresses on there and their houses and saying they know your kids and all that. You know, that's just taking it too far.
see,
You know, because these people is not involved in what we're talking about.
yeah, see,
You know, our wives and kids is not involved in this podcast.
the thing is, this is the thing, young blood. Blue Blanco and Dante had something going on. I don't know what beef they had. So
Yeah,
when I came into the play, it's like I'm the middle pawn.
yeah,
Dante Dante couldn't get a hold of Blanco, so now his energy towards me. I'm Blanco now.
yeah.
I'm Blue
He's
Blanco.
probably yeah. He probably was upset by Blue Blanco comment being on your podcast, showing personal information. You know, that's what I believe it was. You know.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's out of my control.
Hey, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Look, this shit is look, Noel, check this out. I'm not even mad at you. You might think I hate you or something. Man, this shit is the internet. This shit is not real, man. You really think this ain't no real shit? You think because Blue Blanco did that, I want to take it out on you? The only issue, and still to this day, Noel, I don't care. Listen, the only issue that I had with you is when you didn't hide that comment. So I said, oh, he's with it. But I still didn't want to, which I said, okay, Noel don't know the rules. Noel must just, he new to this content thing and he must have didn't know. But when we had that conversation, I said, yo, Noel, you can't do that. And I just seen when you talk about, oh, they was ganging up on me. I understand that, but this is content, Noel. This is I never when you came to them panels when it was 20 versus you, nobody leaked your information. Nobody put no personal information out there. It was content. That's what it's supposed to be. I don't before you came out, Noel, do you know how many people was coming out trying to expose me, saying, oh, Dante tell fake president. This shit been going on for 4 years. Been going on for 4 years. You wasn't the first person, but you was the first person that allowed somebody to dox me. I still got cats been making videos about me since what for 4 years. So it wasn't nothing serious when you went and got hips. I was like, okay, cool. That's I told
Yeah,
you. I kept saying I kept.
see, you trying to sound like a victim, man. You trying to sound like a victim. You
Yeah,
know, you're trying to sound like a victim. You're trying to control the narrative as a victim. Uh, we're past that doxing point. We're past because you got doxied, I got doxied. So it's we're past that point. You know, because it's not like I didn't get doxed either. You posted pictures of my property on your channel. You posted pictures of my kids. I never once did that on none of my content. I never promoted that type of stuff. You called me everything in the books. We've had when me, you, and Noonie were on that on three-way. We had squashed the beef.
I'm not gonna put no more on the
That
table.
was the end of it. We have said, hey, this is what we're going to be able to say, and this is what you're going to. This is the drawing line right here. These are the lines that we're not going to cross. So we said our piece that day, but you continued, and you continued, and you continued. Now you're trying to continue as trying to portray as a victim of what? Of doxing. You can't complain of something that happened to me as well, and I'm not even complaining about that. If you're coming on here to try to complain about being doxied, I was doxied as well. And you continued after I told everybody else in the comments, please stop doing that. You still continued. You still continued. You weren't happy with letting bygones be bygones. You were still instigating. And now you want to portray like the victim.
Why you keep muting me? Young blood,
No,
didn't I say I wasn't gonna disrespect
I
him?
don't
But
I
he
don't want
keep
to
muting me.
I don't want to be talking over each other.
Why? But you keep saying, yo, when we said bygones is bygones, that was before the doxing. The doxing happened right after bygones were bygones. When you allow.
But see, we're coming back to the doxing, man. If your only complaint is about doxing, I got doxy too. So that would be called equal.
So
You got
Noel, you saying about when they put your information out?
yeah. I mean, he kept on doing it as Rebel Rider. He was doing that on my lives. I got
Oh,
lives. I got lives where he was putting my address on my lives. Okay,
okay,
so
okay,
all,
okay. That was before I start watching it. Then.
yeah, all this doxing is like, okay, you dox me, I doxed you. What else is there?
Okay. So doxing, that mean that people putting people personal information out. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yes,
Okay, okay. So
yes,
now I understand what doxing actually means. Okay.
yes.
Because see, that's what I was saying. Why was people putting personal information out instead of just going at one another? But when you start putting like people family involved, they not even involved in it, or using someone's name that's not on the channel, uh that's not right. You know what I'm talking about?
exactly, exactly. So
So yeah,
I
so
I,
that so that's
so
what had me.
I get the doxing. I get it. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. But at the same time,
Okay.
I'm not the person that was doing the doxing.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. But I honestly think what he's talking about is that, just say you have a comment come on, the content creator controls, the comment, whatever. I don't know, can someone not show it? I don't know, or does
Hey,
it just automatically comes on and
hold
we
on,
can't,
young blood,
you know do
young
the
blood.
people see it beforehand or what?
Yep, young blood. He said he wanted to get past the doc. Said, okay, fine, right? We equal. Now let's bring up the racist comment. You keep calling me a racist, right?
Well, shit. What
But
else is
Dante,
it?
you did.
No, I'm hold on. I'm gonna
Dante, you did
hold on.
say that now.
Oh no, hold on, young blood.
Uh,
Hold on. Okay, hold on. You see, I'm muting him because he's looking for narrative after narrative after narrative. Okay, we're past the doxing. Okay, let's just make everybody aware and clear that we're past the doxing.
okay.
We're past. I mean, we're past the doxing.
Yeah.
It's tick for tack. Okay, he got doxed. I got doxed. My personal information got leaked. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the end of the story.
Can I ask a question? Who got docs first?
I don't even know.
Okay,
I got
that's what I'm
doxxed
saying.
first. I
Cause
got doxxed
now I
first.
know he said, become a racist, and which I did too because of the comment that he made on the podcast,
But check this out. The
and I
doxing,
know his content.
yeah, the doxing.
Uh huh.
I don't even know where the fuck this dude lives at.
Yeah.
I could care less about it because it was never about him. It was
Yeah.
never. It was never. It was never about Dante or anybody else.
Yeah.
My videos were always starting the Alabama booty bandit Mark Moore. Always
Yeah. That's what we've been on.
Alabama prison booty bandit Mark Moore. Those were always my content.
Yeah.
Now, once I started being called a rapist, a dope fiend, I never slandered this man's name. The only thing I said was, "Hey, you're a deadbeat dad for not paying your child support." I didn't go out there looking for dirt on this guy. He calls me one day. Well, you know how much I'm worth. You're researching me. You know my LLCs. I'm like, bro, you're thinking too highly of yourself. I could care less of what you got.
Yeah.
See, though, where there you
And
go. You
that's
gonna keep
common.
muting me. You
Now
gonna
go
keep
ahead.
Like
muting
I
me.
said,
Now we
I
passed.
think that was the
Past the
problem
doxing,
was
right?
about.
So, look, yeah, we
We're
Yeah.
we passed that. Let's address
okay.
me being racist. Let me address being racist. So, number one, I did say that, and I'm gonna double down on it. And I say it again, and I keep saying it, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I was locked up, every white guard that I came in contact was racist, and it was racist against Mexicans and black people. So, like I said, when it comes down to my relations with white racist cops, yeah, I'm racist. Yeah, I got love for a lot of white people, but there's a lot of white racist cops that I got issues with, and there's a lot of white racist dudes that I had issues with on the outside in lockup. So when I say who gives a damn about what happened to a white boy in prison, I mean that. So if anybody want to take that as me being racist, it is what it is.
What you got to say about that, young man?
And that's understandable. And I'm different on that end because um, I have experienced a lot of racism with black officers and black guards that
Yeah, yeah.
mean that
Oh,
they
hold on.
probably
You
wasn't
right,
they
young
probably
blood. You
weren't
right,
racist for.
young
Yeah,
blood. You
and they
right.
probably wasn't racist toward. Yes, and they probably weren't racist toward me, but they would show me more privilege than they would a white guy. You see
Cause
what I'm
look,
talking
and,
about?
and,
And
and look,
and
I
that's
did a
considered
live.
racist.
I did a live clearing that up because like I get it, Noel. You can say I'm a racist, but that's good. But Noel, you did time too. So don't act like there wasn't no white racist guards or white racist men that was against you. Now cut it out.
No, look, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you right there, real quick, because I don't want to be talking over each other. The only racist people that I ever met when I was locked up, as far as being guards wise, were the
Uh-huh.
Nigerians.
Yeah, and
When
and, and Noel, and what I'm saying is racism because you know I consider someone a racist is when they put a race of a people above another race of people. And, and speaking from a black man perspective, when I see this goes on, I feel sad for the one that is happening to, because it can also happen to me.
Exactly.
And that's why I feel the way I feel. I feel that, hey, okay, I'm black, but if my black brothers or sisters go out and do some harm to a white person or Mexican or whoever it might be, then I consider that racism.
Now,
You
now,
know,
young
and
blood.
if I'm hush hush about it, then I'm with them. You know, so that's why I speak against this type of stuff.
Wait, young blood. See, and here's another thing with what I said with that. You got to look at the way I presented that. When I said who gives a damn what happened to a white boy in prison, right? It's because you got to look at David Mendenhall charges. And Noel, you know better too. If a guy come in there with bad charges, and you know those with straight up bad charges, who gives a damn about a baby killer? Come on,
And
man.
it happened.
That's what
It,
I'm
Well,
it
saying. That,
happened.
that's why I
but we're
said.
You
talking
know,
Now
but
look. Now
we're
but
look.
talking
Right.
about
is it right?
it's not you see, I get that point. You know, they're but at the same time, there's other victims like Daniel Williams that are low violent drug abusers, you know,
Yeah, and exactly. You know, even though, you know, by me being incarcerated, even though if that person, if this happened to them, they're not put in there for that. This shouldn't happen, and you won't
Yeah.
have inmates or convicts that speak out against it. But you know, two wrongs don't make a right. You know
But
what
you
I
know what,
mean?
young blood. I agree with you, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this too. Now, I am like now. I'm gonna put it like this because everybody keep asking me the same old question. Same old question. They say, Dante, do you think Mark is innocent or guilty? Right. My thing is
Okay.
this. I think Mark is guilty of indulging in activities in prison, but I don't believe that he acts. I'm not gonna say the R word because I don't want to blow the spot up, but I don't think he, you know, took it by force. Now, young blood, you was locked up with him, so you
Yeah.
could answer that question. Did Mark? Do you know if Mark ever took it?
Now, being in Alabama prison system, I have seen, I have witnessed people actually taking it from people, but majority of them are willing participants. And when I say a willing participant, is that I honestly believe that if you is drinking with the guy, if you somewhat coerce a guy in doing something that he's not willing to do, then that's what it is. It's like you're taking that. You
I
know,
agree.
if I get a guy, if I get him drunk or get him high, and he has no knowledge of what I'm about to do, then I have taken something from him that I shouldn't have taken from him,
And
exactly.
and
and that
that is
makes you guilty of that situation.
and I agree with you. And I want to make this clear too. If I thought from the first day that Mark contacted me, from the first day when he called me at 10 something that night, and I looked at the documentary and I called him back and I said, "Yo, is this really you?" He said, "Yeah, it is me." I said, "Let me call you back." And I called my wife in. I said, "Hey, check this out. This is the dude I'm talking to." And she said, "What do he want?" I said, "Well, he said he just want to put his truth out, right?" So I didn't know what his truth was. So that's when he
Yeah.
did the video and he put it out. Now, I don't know if y'all watched me prior to this whole Lamarck situation, but I've been doing this for 3 years. So my whole thing is this: I'm against the R word. If I would have thought that Mark actually, did the R word to a man, he wouldn't have been on there because I don't support, the dudes that violate like that, whether it's a woman, child, or man. So, but when this train left the station, I had it in my mind like, yo, I know he's guilty of being, that type of guy in prison, but I don't think that I think it was cats that was giving it to him willingly and things like that. But Youngblood, you did say something that just piqued my interest. And you absolutely right, because there were some cases in the MDOC prison system where they get all these dudes will be cheeking these pills and they'll chop it up and put in the dude's drink and they'll get them all disorientated and then do something to them. So yeah, that is the R word. That so you right, but do
Yep.
Mark got them charges? And I'm not defending him because that ship done sailed already. That ship, Mark is out doing what he doing,
Well,
and
it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard because you can see where he explains it through right here that
Now,
he got away from catching a case because the guy was
yeah,
shamed. So he was
yeah.
he
Now,
basically
I honestly believe, and I know that those guys was getting those guys high on this, or getting them in some type of debt, and they had to do these type of things. So, like I said beforehand on onset, if you get someone in that predicament, and you know that they have no way out, then that means you are the controller.
exactly. So just because
And
he
when
does
you
a
be
lot
the
more,
controller and do these things, you're not right. For us grabbing you, holding you down, doing it physically like that. But when you coerce a person into this, knowing this person might can't pay you these monies back or whatever, then you coerce this person or these persons into this type of situation, and then that makes you guilty of being that.
facts.
That's called like blackmailing someone.
Noel, who is this? Who is this white woman on here right here,
Which white woman?
right here on the screen?
That's Minda Hall's grandmother.
That's his grandma.
What's she talking about?
Well, she just talks about just a little bit more depth of what she talked about in the documentary that you know the ex-wife was the ex-wife painted the picture of David Mendenhall being possessive and controlled, but the grandma's like, it was her. When the baby would start crying, she'd be like, "Here, David, get the kid." So it made it seem like every time the kid would start crying, she would give the kid to David. So it's basically a lot of finger pointing between them. So that's why, even on that aspect, I mean, you don't even know if David really did intentionally do it or it was really an accident.
Yeah, she was saying like it was an accident. Like she said that he tripped or something and the baby fell, bounced off the bed, something like that.
But you know what? You know what? Ultimately is really this. Ultimately, look, this social media thing, all this content is really about Mark. It ain't about me. It ain't about Noel. It ain't about Young Blood.
Hold
It
on, let me
ain't
tell you.
about
Hold on.
it. It ain't. Huh?
But you see now you're saying it's not about nobody else. But before
You.
you made a whole live calling me a dolphin, a rapist.
I did. I did. But you
So
said we moved past that, right? Ain't that
no,
in
no,
the
no, no.
past?
We ain't past that yet. We passed the doxing. We were at the racist part right now.
Okay, let's get to it.
So, I mean, I mean,
Okay, so look.
now you're trying to paint a picture of saying, "Hey, the content's about Mark. It ain't about me. It ain't about you. It ain't about Youngblood, but you made it all about me."
Noel, that was about 2 months ago. I ain't made a video about you in 2 months.
But that was enough damage.
Noel, you
You
keep
don't.
on. So okay, what? So let me ask you this, Noel. You've been dropping videos about me for the last 2, 3 months. Every video, every thumbnail.
Well, yeah, because I'm still waiting for an apology, man. You public humiliated me.
So you won't. Okay, I tell you what. I apologize, Noel. I apologize.
that's a, see, that's a half-hearted apology, man.
What
You,
you mean that's half-hearted?
you know, we are,
Oh,
you got your fingers crossed over there, man. You telling me, hey, but hey, I accept it, man. I accept it, man. I'm not
no. You know what?
apologizing.
You know what?
I
I'm
accept
gonna
it.
be real. I'm gonna be real with you. They say when a man extend peace, you should take it. When
Man,
I
I'm definitely.
and let that be that. Now look, if you look at it, I can't, like you said, you can't control Blue Blanco. And I keep seeing that you keep saying that I'm behind all these pages. Look, and then you keep saying I botted my views, my audience. You know I've been doing this for 4 years. I've been doing this for 4 years, Noel. And if you've been watching me, you know none of that stuff is botted. I'm here to make money, that's for sure. So I'm not buying views, I'm not buying subscribers because I'm here to make money, not spending and losing.
But see, the thing is, the way your MO works, you like throwing deception. You know, June 5th, when he first got into this mix, he had about 600-700 subscribers. Same thing with Mark's channel. You blow up these channels with these subscribers.
Noel, you were so wrong. I'm telling
Come
you.
on, Dante.
I'm gonna
We know.
tell you. I'm
We
gonna
know.
tell you.
I can do the
Noel,
same
look.
thing, but
No,
YouTube doesn't like that.
Noel, listen,
YouTube
listen to me.
YouTube
Listen to
doesn't
me.
like for you to use bots.
Noel, I'm telling you, listen to me. That channel, you see, you got it, you got some of the stuff right, but most of it is wrong. So yeah, I build channels. I build channels and then I sell them. But I build them. There's no botting. I put content on them, like the one with Noonie. I gave that channel. Noonie paid me. I ain't gonna tell you how much, but Noonie paid me for that channel, right? That channel came with like 40,000 subscribers because I built that on old prison stories, and then Noonie bought that. That channel was monetized, so I gave that to him.
So basically, you're on here to try to clear and justify your actions.
What actions? No, you've been making video after video about me. So
Well,
I said, you let me just pull up. We address it.
but your content, right? I mean, it's content, so you shouldn't
Yeah,
feel
I'm
what type of
cool with
way.
that.
You
Noel,
cool, right? It's
I'm cool
content.
with that. I want you to understand that. Noel, you're doing your job, making video after video about me. That's cool, but you got to clear up the BS. Everybody know that been watching me for years know that I'm a businessman and I build channels and sell channels. If people that come to me
But
for
what BS is there?
promotion,
What am I? What? How am I slandering you? Or what misinformation am I giving the audience about you?
well, you telling them that I'm buying views, that I'm buying subscribers, and it don't work that way.
But I mean, numbers don't lie. I mean, I'm a numbers type of guy.
They do lie. They
So
do lie, and
I
I'm
mean,
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how they do lie
you
because
get.
you keep
We're
saying
gonna
that,
use you. We're gonna use you as an example since you're here.
yeah,
You got 100,000 plus subscribers, right?
131,
Okay, so what is 10% viewage? If you would get 10% of your views off your
probably 13,000 or something like that.
okay, so do you get that?
No, I do not.
Okay, so the subscribers don't mean shit.
They don't.
It's you can have 1,000 subscribers, and as long as then people watch your 20-30 minute video, the variation of their view is where you get paid.
Well, it really. Wait, how many views you said?
No, if you get it don't matter the views, it matters the views, the duration. You
Yeah,
can get
the views and the watch time. Yeah.
yeah, if you get 1,000 views and each view taps out to around 15-20 minutes, hey, do the math. 20 minutes times 1,000, you get so many times of watch hours.
No, look. This how I go. Let me break it down more. For every, like for me, for instance, so I put this all out. I haven't shown my analytics because I don't care. So for me, for instance, right now we in the first quarter, and this is courses that I sell on my other channel. So I'm giving away free game. For the first, YouTube is broke up in 4 quarters, so 3 months, three. Now the first 2 months, nobody getting paid. Nobody ain't getting nothing. So when you say, "Oh, Dante getting pennies on the dollar," oh yeah, I'm definitely getting pennies on the dollar, definitely. Now that's for the first 6 months. So January, February, March, April, May, June, you ain't really making nothing unless you get a video to go viral. Now after that, you know, so it's the CPM and the RPM. The CPM is just like if somebody like when people come to me, they say, "Hey Dante, can you promote my video for $100?" So I'll be like, okay, so that's the CPM, which is $100. But then I go to YouTube, which is us, and YouTube, we like, okay, I'm taking all that and we gonna give them an RPM of $20, but we gonna only pay them $10 per thousand view. So right now, like my highest CPM from July to December is like $20 per thousand views. So if I got 1,000 views, then I only made $20 off of that, right?
Yep.
But here's the thing. When you said, "Oh, Dante just making pities," no, well, you got to look at my whole overall. I got over 1,400 videos. So when you see my numbers fluctuate, and yeah, ain't nobody, everybody, yeah, I got 131,000, but I've been doing this for 4 years now. A lot of subscribers come when you got a viral video, and it just fluctuates. And right now it's the down season. But if you look at my channel, you will see 2,000 here, 14 here, uh, 3,000 here. It just fluctuate. But when July come, that's when the advertisers going to start paying more, and all this shit going to get pushed. That's why when you were saying, "Oh, he ain't making no money," yo, I got over 1,400 videos. Y'all just whatever y'all basing off of the last 2 3 months. You know, y'all got to count every video. And that one thing y'all be looking at, that ain't accurate at all. I'm like, well, if that's what I'm making, how the hell I'm paying my bills? But
But you know, it's paid off monthly wise, so you can't. I mean, what you make that month is what you made. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's what you made for that month. But you gotta understand this too, Noel. I ain't finna put all my business out there, but I mean I do anyway, because I don't really care. But that's one page I got. That's just one page that I show. I got damn near probably 15 monetized pages, and I got two channels that got over 2 million subscribers that don't got nothing to do with prison. It's a kid channel that I got. So that's why I said, like, I don't be tripping off of this stuff. I really don't. And I actually be helping a lot of people. Because I see you made a video saying, "Oh, Dante, they all in cahoots." It's not that we in cahoots. I done did business with a lot of these guys. And a lot of these guys know me, and we exchange information, because it's really like in this prison genre is it's a dog eat dog world. And believe it or not, I done helped